Golden Time, episode 24, the final episode. I liked it. I like the fact that it ended on some happy type of shit, man. Because I swear to God, if it had ended on like a bad note, I don't know if I could have handled that shit. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't think it has. I don't think the anime followed the light novel, so the light novel series might be tragic. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know exactly how that series ended. You know what I'm saying, with the light novel, because I think it's still going on. But I liked the anime series, man. I liked the amount of drama and the emotional roller coaster that it took us on, man. And I thought the ending was, I thought it was handled well. It felt like it was somewhat slightly rushed, just a tad bit. You know what I'm saying? But I liked it in the end. I thought that it was a well done job. I thought that it brought the emotional content, to it as well, because you see the dynamic between Bonri and Coco. You just see the love that these two have for one another, and I thought that was, I thought it was sweet. I thought it was adorable, to be honest with you. I might lose some mad points for saying those two words, but I thought it was good. And also, I like the thing with Linda, because I was thinking like that might be what the past Bonri needs. He needs some closure because he never got a response from her, so he needs some closure. So I was like, I like that. But the episode starts off and Bonri has no recollection of exactly what he's doing. I like the fact that as he gained his memory, he didn't freak the fuck out. He just kind of like, huh. And he walked over to his mom and he was like, Mom, I'm home. Like, I'm back. I'm the Tada Bonri that you knew. I'm home. I'm back. So I was like, okay, that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? That he didn't freak out at least, but he calmly walked over, and after that, he just calmly fucking vanished, man. He just asked for a leave of absence from his school, and he was considering dropping out, and he fucking went home. He was there around Christmas, and he was there around New Year's. So, he was just chilling for the most part, man. And when he was at this computer, he was like, he's getting email, like someone is sending emails in his name, and he was like, who the fuck is doing this? Like someone's sending emails to this Kaga Coco person, and he was like, what is this? And it's funny because he was reading the emails, and they were so lovey-dovey and mushy that it made him move back. And I thought that was kind of funny because, like, apparently, the original Tada Bonri couldn't handle mushy shit, even though that's all he says. I'm sorry, I'm taking off my jacket. Even though that's what his character says for the most part, it's like lovey-dovey mushy stuff. So I thought it was kind of funny. And he actually writes the person who's sending the emails like, hey, stop sending emails as me. And the person was like, no, I'm not going to stop. You broke your promise. And I saw it, I was like, fuck? You know what I'm saying? I was like, what? So I was kind of like, okay. And he's chilling with Linda. And I like the narration that Bonri did in this episode, because he was like, I still haven't gotten an answer from Linda. I still love Linda, and I'm still waiting on that bridge for her. I was like, yeah, like, he needs closure. That's what the past Bonri needed the entire time. He just needed closure. So I was like, yeah, like, you were fucking, you were struck by a vehicle and you had amnesia. So, you never did get the answer you wanted. So, yeah, you would have some unresolved feelings towards that. So I was like, yeah, I can see, him having these types of feelings. This is the first time that the past Bonri was there and I didn't hate him, because for the most part I was like, this dude, the past version, is an asshole. He's an asshole. Like, you've been erased. That would be like, right now I'm 24 years old. That would be like someone who I went to elementary school with, 3rd or 4th grade, having an attitude that I didn't remember who they were. Why? You've been erased from my memory banks, dude. We didn't communicate enough. I don't have the memories of motherfuckers who I didn't talk to like that. So that's how I felt about his past. It was like, yeah, man, like, shit happens, man. Like, memories fade and new ones, replace those old ones. Like, it's still in your head, but it's just not in the forefront of what you're thinking about. So I didn't understand why he was that upset. But the whole closure thing kind of made me feel a little bit sorry for the past Bonri. Not so much, because it was fucking up like regular Bonri and Coco's relationship. So I was like, fuck this guy. But Von Ree's chilling with Linda. He gets a knock on the door. It's Coco. I was like, okay, all right, okay, where's this going to go? And as soon as he said, like, oh, you must be that Oka Chanami, I was like, fuck, Von Ree. Like, as soon as he said that shit, I was like, damn it. And she was like, don't worry about it. Like, Linda came up too, and she was like, don't worry about it. I just came to bring him this DVD. And I was like, oh, bring my DVD? What the fuck are you talking about? And she was like, yeah, I just came to bring him this DVD. And she hands him the bag and all that type of stuff. And he looks in the bag. He's like, hey, don't forget this. And it's the mirror that she gave him, like the friendship mirror thing that he accidentally broke in, what was it, episode 19 or 18 or 19, something like that. I think it was 18. I think it was at the end of episode 18 he broke the mirror. And he was like, don't forget this. And the look on her face when they shadowed it, I was like, oh, this is going to be a sad. The whole time I was thinking, he's going to leave, like she's going to leave and that's going to be the end of it. Like, he's probably going to narrate it talking about memories. The whole time I was thinking that the episode was going to end with him narrating about how memories fade and how time changes, but the love that you have for the woman, you know what I'm saying, will never fade. And it was going to cut to Linda, but then at the same time it was going to show Coco as she was walking away like that or whatever, to show that, yeah, you had love for her and you forgot about her and you love her, you know what I'm saying. But I was expecting that shit. I wasn't expecting him to die. Like, I heard a fucking rumor that, like, they were thinking that he might have some residual brain damage or something, that he was going to die. You know what I'm saying? That's how serious it was going to end. Like, he was going to die in the hospital or whatever. And I was like, nah, I don't know if it's going to be that far, but I was thinking that he was going to permanently forget who Coco was. And I was like, maybe she can reintroduce herself into his life. But because of the love that he had for Linda, I was like, that shit didn't work. But she hands him that shit. He hands the fucking mirror back. And then she says, where is that bridge? I want to just see the bridge, you know, that you had your accident. I just want to see it. And he tells her whatever. And she fucking leaves. You know, she leaves. I was like, no, Coco, come. And she leaves. And he walks. He like runs away. He's like, he sprints towards his room. And he's looking through a box. He's digging through shit. And he was like, something's not right. And he reaches in and he sees another mirror. The same one that he just handed back to her, and he opens it and he sees that it's intact. And as he's looking at it, he sees it just fractured. He's like, what the fuck? Like, and then all the memories came back. He was like, wait a minute, this isn't mine. This isn't right. This one isn't mine. And as soon as that shit happened, I was like, hell yeah. Fuck yeah, man. He got his memory back. As soon as he saw the mirror, he was like, nah, this one isn't mine. Mine was broken, and I have to make this right. And he fucking just takes off with his sandals on, man, and he falls and shit. You know what I thought they was going to do? I thought that, remember in episode 10? Episode 10, when he gets his memory back for the first time, he falls, and he hurts his chin. The way he fell just then on his face, I thought it was going to be a parallel of that, or whatever, again, like he was going to injure his chin and shit. But his regular self was gonna pop back up. So I was just like, what the fuck is going on? And so Linda is running after him too, and she's like, don't forget, like, I gave you these for a reason. And she throws the shoes that, you know, she let him have when they was in college. And he like suits up, and then he just took off running. I was like, yeah, I forgot. In high school, he was on the track and field team, and he just fucking just takes off. He just bolts and shit. I'm just like, hell yeah, Bomber, go get her. He was running towards Coco and shit. And as he was running or whatever, like, the bridge starts to become wobbly, you know what I'm saying? And he's running past different versions of himself. Like, you see a kid Von Ree, you see like a middle school Von Ree, you know, you see casual clothes Von Ree, you know, he's just running past all these versions of himself. And then we see the past version again. He actually stops in front of him, like, why is it that you can hear me now? Like, now all of a sudden you can hear me. Now you talking to me, you never listened to what I said. Now you talking to me, you ignore my feelings. And Barmer just like, hey man, listen, we all the same person, alright? All these different versions of me are the same person, man. It's just that, again, times change, man. Just like the seasons come and go, memories do the same thing, man. So that's it. We gonna all be there in the end. And the past Barmer was like, maybe I see you in the end, and he walks away. But before he walks away, Linda runs towards him and says, "The answer is yes." And I was like, "Oh, okay, so she really did love him." You know, and she said, "I love you." The answer is yes to all you versions of Monterey. Now, that was probably done for the purposes of the anime. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know that she was actually there, because that wouldn't make sense, because it was a Bonri there and a Bonri facing her. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she was exclusively there, because she actually said, "I have someone to take care of," and she runs away. You know what I'm saying? But she actually said, she acknowledged that the answer was yes. So I don't know if she was physically there, you know what I'm saying, or maybe like the feelings reached her. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if she was actually there or not. Maybe she was, you know what I'm saying, because she was, you know, running after him. So maybe she was there, you know. And she, you know, maybe in reality he was having that conversation with himself. You know, like he was, you know, switching up. Sorry about that. He was having that conversation with himself, and she heard it, you know, or whatever, and she finally gave him a response. I don't know, but he the past Bonri seems to be satisfied with that answer. You know, he's happy about that, and the regular Bonri runs and he just fucking hugs Coco. He just grabs her, you know, he just holds her tight, and I was just like, hell yeah. Oh, but before that though, when the episode first started, Bonri drops the fucking ring that his mom gave him in the water, and when the past Bonri and the present Bonri spoke to one another, the past Bonri grabbed the ring and gave it to him. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know exactly how that happened, because I know that it's supernatural elements in this anime, but the past Bonri had the ring. You know what I mean? So does that mean that Bonri himself fished it out? Fuck that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But he hugs Coco, and they just, you know, they go into the whole love thing, and the, you know, kind of be at your side forever, you know what I'm saying? Do you remember I promised? Don't forget me, and all this stuff, man. And it just ends with, you know, unicorn candy tears. And, Jesus Christ. And, Bonri, yeah.
Sorry, man, but they got, you know, they already put the trailer for Clone.
Yeah, I know, Quan told me that.
You seen it?
I ain't seen it yet, no. But he told me that.
The trailer put, man, that shit crazy as fuck, man. We got this scene, right? Well, I guess it's laying on downtown. They slide down like an icy mountain, and it's a hummer, like one of the RVs, right? So this nigga Leonardo does like a flip, and just pushes, just like crushes the Humvee with his shell.
You know, funny, I'm not even gonna take this part of the video out. I'm just gonna leave this shit in.
Okay.
Cause I don't even remember what the fuck I was talking about. I was like in the middle of a thought. I'm not even gonna take this shit out.
Okay.
I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I have no idea what the
Okay,
fuck
well,
I was
add
talking
this
about.
to there.
And Canis, everybody. And they go into the whole love thing, and Bonri just, you know, Bonri and Coco are both talking about their feelings for one another, and everything is good and all that type of stuff, man. And you know, it was a beautiful end, you know. Bonri goes home and watches the video, and they kind of show, you know, some stuff that happened like prior to that. They show that Oka edited the video that Bonri had made when he confessed into the camera and all type of stuff. And they also show that 2D was the one who was sending the emails back and forth. He took the initiative, man. He said, "I abandoned Bonri once at the religious cult thing. I'm not doing that shit again." You know, he took the initiative and made Coco move forward to go get Bonri back. So everybody clap it up for 2D, man. He's the most underrated character in any anime I've ever watched. There was some slight closure with Yana and Linda as well, because Yana was like looking at her through he was filming the festival thing during the club festivities and stuff, and he was filming her, and she looks at him. He kind of looks down, kind of like, you know, I guess out of embarrassment or something like that, but she smiles at him and blushes. So it's some development there. Nothing so much with Oka, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's going to be an OVA or something like that. I hope so. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like it could be at least it could be a good 4 or 5 OVAs to this series. So there's that. But the series ends with Bonri and Coco being together, man, and the fucking theme song is playing in the background, and now the theme song makes more sense, with hand in hand, let's go party, you know what I'm saying? And they were walking down the street hand in hand, and it ends on the happiest note ever. So we finally got a good end, We got a good end this time, man. Like I said finally, but a lot of anime that I've watched that was based on stuff like this, for the most part, it had both the tragic and the good end, And Clannad, of course, certain things happen to certain characters and they go through a bunch of hardships. I don't want to spoil that shit. In Air, it is really fucked up. That was the first one I've ever watched that just made me feel incredibly sad. Canon was another one where if you play the game of Canon, it ends, for every one good end, there is a bad end too. So that kind of sucks, for whoever is involved in the situation. So, I like the fact that Golden Time ended on a happy note. Now I'm sad that it ended. This was a fantastic show. I highly recommend it to everyone. The show was wonderful. From the creator of Toradora. This was awesome. I appreciate you for making this, for writing this, for coming up with the concept of the story, for bringing so many emotional elements to an anime, for taking my emotions on a roller coaster of rides, for bringing Shakespearean type of theater to animated symmetry. I loved it. I loved everything about this anime, man. I would give it 4 thumbs up if I had 4 arms. So, this is Vash Stampede, signing out.